Bryan Wellbrock, and I retired as a lieutenant commander, LDO. New Jersey, I came in as the commo and stuff. I was ordered into it. But the unique part about it was that the New Jersey also had a fairly large complement of warrant officers and limited duty officers like myself, LDOs. So you weren't singled for this or whatever. The wardroom was very tight, and it was one of the few places, because we were all as professional as we were. Everybody's going to mess up someday, somewhere, somehow, and people are going to pick on you. It just all depends on how thick your hide is, and that was the one beautiful thing about the New Jersey, is that if you messed up something, they all going to get on you. But they do it because they know in a few days they're going to have something happen, and it's going to be their turn in the fire. So there was this it was probably the tightest group of people I've ever worked with because of that. We all had that professional attitude. We respected each other, but we could sure take a punch at you in a heartbeat if something went wrong, because the next day it's going to be my fault for something, and I'm going to have to take it. And that was kind of the neatest thing. The camaraderie was probably tighter on there than any place I'd ever been. Our officers' mess was really, we had some great cooks, and the guys were really good about it. They turned out some good meals with what we had. And of course, you go on a deployment, and pretty soon you start running out of things. So that'll affect anybody and everybody. Fresh provisions kind of go after about a couple of weeks, and then some other things start going until you get a grocery ship come alongside and start getting some fresh stuff. But no, the whole experience on the New Jersey was just exactly what I was hoping it would be. When I first got on board, she had just come back from Beirut, and all the stuff that she had done over there, and stuff. So there was kind of a drawdown period a little bit and stuff when I first got on board. But then we were quickly working on a lot of other things that we had to start doing. Unfortunately, we were a showboat. A lot of times we had VIPs on board. We made a lot of runs down to San Diego to pick people up and stuff up there and take people back down. And so a lot of VIP things. We went to San Francisco for the stand-up of the ComNav base San Francisco thing as a platform. So, they needed some people, and I'm not going to get into a really funny story about that, but I got to carry a politician's shoes. I'll leave it at that because of the teak deck. And if you're female and you got spike heels on, that gap in there, your heels will fit right down in some of those gaps. So she didn't feel like she wanted to take them off and do that. She just handed them to me and made me carry them. But I won't share who that is. But that's my one claim to fame with politicians. But we took. It was everything we did was professional. We didn't do anything that was just weird or anything. We did those kind of roles. Because I was a geographic bachelor living on board, I took advantage of that to just really get to know the ship. I was down in places all over the place, in the evenings and stuff like that. I'd pop in somewhere and say, okay, where am I at and what do you guys do for a living? And just sit down there and explain some of the engineering parts and other things like that. And I did a lot of those kind of things and stuff. And I did tours. I was probably one of the 2 or 3 go-to guys for tours. I'd be sitting in the wardroom doing something. The XO would come in and say, you got a set of whites ready to go? I said, always. And he said, okay, I got some people coming. I need you to take them around. And took them on a lot of tours and stuff. That's what I did with my time, was shared my ship with other people, and loved it.